Hey, honey, welcome to Encounters. Encounters, the late night spiritual UFO talk show. And we're here with you tonight using a different background, a little different here. I like this background. Hey, everybody, welcome to Encounters. And it's now 10:23, saying, what is Commander doing on that early? Hey, Meriwether, good to see you. Everybody coming in here. It's a nice night to be here, and we're coming on about before 10:30. So we're going to be on here 10:30, 11:30. We'll be on here till probably 12:30. It's going to be a good show tonight. Hey, it's good to see you, Mimi Bird, Debbie, any new people that are coming because they don't usually see me until after 11. If you're new here, you're in for a great show, always. Stargazer, thank you. Hey, we love the background too, yeah. You know, I like this. It's a new background I'm playing around with for the show, and I'm just trying to get the graphics on. For some reason, it didn't work. I did the graphics, but you're going to use this for now. Hey, Gary, good to see you. Herbie's Bulldog, I think it is. Gary Haas, good to have Maureen Walsh. Everybody out here, welcome to another early edition on Friday night of Encounters. And if you are somebody who's seriously interested in the spiritual aspects of ufology, but not the scientific part of it, this is the place to be. Melissa Jenkins, everybody coming in here, welcome. And, remember to tap, we want to get to, let's see here, we want to get to 100,000 likes, and we want to do that tonight by 12:30. It's near 10:30 now. I think we can do it. That means everybody has to start tapping. Jennifer Barnes, good to see you. Hey, Palladium Warrior, good to see you. I ran out of the apple cider, which I was going to get more of, but I'm drinking ice water, so I'm good for ice water tonight. Bella Glow, welcome to the show. Everybody coming in here, you might have heard about the show, heard about me. Now you get to see the real me, and you'll get to see that this show is quite the place to be. Kevin, good to have you with us. Rogue, hey Rogue, Sunchild, good to have you with us, everybody. Just Rich, good to see you, TK. Yes, we're definitely early tonight. I like to get on early if I can. Jamie, good to see you. Definitely good to see you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the roses. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And much love to everybody, wherever you may be. Rachel, good to see you. And I always have to tell people, if you're new to my show, this is not your normal UFO show. It never will be. I'm one of these hosts on social media that sends my love out to everybody, wherever you are. And it's truly love, unconditional love. I'll never conform. Good to see you, brother. Hey, King Star, welcome to the show. One of the things I love so much is, hey, Brandy, thank you. And I've been thinking about this today. And I got to talk to my dear friend, Commander Athena, today. And the one thing we remember is, and she actually reminded me of this to be so true, because I've been in my mission for so long, she says, you've done it. You've been there, you've been there. And I said to myself, she's right. Being not a newbie to the subject and have seen so many different things in this whole many decades of the ufology thing, yeah, she's right. And the beautiful part is we're all coming into our own, and everybody's coming into their truth. Everyone's coming into their spiritual enlightenment. Everyone's coming in. Well, hopefully everyone is. But we talked about what the world is like and how the world is what it is right now. And so everything is coming to a head. I really, truly now believe that to be the case. The whole thing with whether we're going to have disclosure or not by people in authority, or does that really matter? Yes, Rod. Hey, George. Yeah, we definitely are early tonight. Thank you for the heart me. Hey, April. Good to see you. Everybody coming in here, welcome. The one thing I always do is I welcome all the good people here. Hey, Nish, welcome. Julie Harrington, welcome. So feel welcomed here. Yeah, I don't think it matters either, really. I am so relaxed here. You need to tell your star family to intervene. They got enough work to do without intervening here. We're the ones who have to intervene. You know, this is the one thing we have to realize. I'm glad you said that. We are the ones who have to intervene. We're the ones living here. Patricia, thank you. So the Ashtar Command, the star people, they're doing enough work off planet. Yeah, we're definitely on early world when I feel really good about that. I don't always get to get on early, but we are tonight. Yeah, we have to take our own power back. Palladium Warriors got it. We give our power up, and we don't take our power back. You see, that's just the way we've lived on Earth. It's no one's fault that we give our power away. It's because we live on a planet that has programmed us to give our power away to people that shouldn't have any control over us on this planet. But now when we take our spiritual power back, then we're empowered. Hey, Stargazer, then we are empowered. So the segment of the UFO community I deal with for years is the spiritual community, the part of the community that's waking up, the part of the community that is ready to do something. And you know, I've learned something here in a number of weeks. You know you're pushing buttons when people are doing things. You know you're pushing buttons when people are doing things. Let's put it that way. And you're also revealing negativity and positivity. Negativity and positivity. And as you reveal it, then you think, oh, I thought that person was positive. Oh, they're not positive. Now I know they're not. Good. Now I know that's one person less I need to deal with. And then you have the people that come up and they are shining their light in the UFO community and they're being who they are. The one thing I will teach, I don't always teach much here, but I think I should start doing it, is that always stand in your own light in this community. Always. You see, what human beings do is, hey, Jersey, what human beings do, very simply, is if they see something enough, they might start to believe it's true. If they see something enough, they might think it's true. Without even knowing what is true, they might think it's true. But if you don't seek the answers yourself, you're not going to know it's true. Either it's true or it's not true, or it's in between true, or maybe it's not even existing. But we know the train's coming by. You hear a train, you hear it coming by. So you know it's a train. If you didn't hear the train, you wouldn't even know it's coming by. The analogy is we have to empower ourselves and never fall off. Yeah, we can fall off the mountain, but you got to be willing to climb back up the top. You can fall off the mountain, but you can't give up getting up to the top of the mountain. You know? And in this community that we call ufology, there are different levels of consciousness. There's the lower vibrational levels. There's the people that are in between the levels of not knowing or knowing. And there are people that said, you know what? I want to go open this door here and I'm going to see what I can learn. Now, the one that opens the door and keeps going forward is going to experience things, is going to learn things, is going to know things. Hey, Steph, good to see you. Welcome. The person that walks through the door is going to learn things, it's going to know things, and it's going to go higher and higher and higher. See? And the one thing I've realized a long time ago, if you know who you are, this is not just for me, this is for everybody in the whole UFO community. If you know who you are, no one can push you off the mountain. Remember this. If you know who you are, no one can push you off the mountain, right? No one's going to push me off the mountain. You know why? Because I'm also a warrior of light. I'm also a fighter. That's the one thing they don't know. You see, I'm the kind of person that is push me around, and I'll push back like 10,000 space people. You better believe it. You know it. Hey, Tara, good to see you. That's right. Tara knows. Once you walk through the encounters door on this show, you'll never want to turn back. Never. You'll be addicted, but the addiction here is a positive addiction. The addiction here is that we're here to bust the matrix on planet Earth. The addiction here is that we're going to stir things up. And we do. We do stir things up. We do it on purpose. Because if we don't shake it up, then we can't break it up. If we can't break it up, then we can't wake it up. If we can't shake it up, then we can't break it up. If we can't break it up, then we can't wake it up. That rhymes, doesn't it? There you go. So all of you have a part to play. And I got to tell you, I don't have a teleprompter here, so I don't read teleprompters. If I had a teleprompter, I would turn it off. If I was in a TV studio, I'd say, get rid of the teleprompter. I don't need a teleprompter. I don't need anything. I speak what I understand to be true. And I always say, either you can accept my teachings or reject my teachings. But if you reject them, then I know where you stand. That's fine. If you accept my cosmic understanding, then you get it. Then you understand it. Then you know, well, wait a minute, this guy's onto something. That's right. And I'll never, ever tell another person how to think, how to walk, how to talk. That's not my way. My thing is to get you to wake up and not be part of a programmed society that's been brainwashed on this planet. And they have. But you have the opportunity, if you so choose, to wake up. You have the opportunity to get in touch with yourself. You have the opportunity to be that person that is going to understand the things that you never did understand before. You see? So tonight, because I'm on early, I'm now giving a little bit of a teachable lesson. You don't always see me do this. I know many people want to hear what I have to say. I'm always listening to what other people say. Well, listening to their stories. But now we're going to tell you some things. And now we are telling you some things. Now we are speaking some things. Now we're having a relationship. You see? It's all, hey, Lavelle, it's all based on relationship. I love relationships. When we build a relationship, that is the best part of life. Now, we're not talking about, whether you get married or not. That's a different relationship. This relationship on Encounters is a willingness to step forward out of the things that you are comfortable with. It's a willingness to step forward out of the ways in which you are comfortable. See? I'm not here to make people comfortable. I'm here to get people to wake up. Cosmic family, Rachel, right. Hey, Paranormal. We will have to ground people when Earth shifts. Yes. And if anyone out there who's passing through says the Earth is not changing, the Earth is not shifting, the Earth is shaking things up right now. The Earth is shifting right now. Hey, Chris, good to see you, brother. The Earth is doing what it's going to do. Vaughn says, Starseed here, total disclosure coming soon. And the total disclosure, and Vaughn knows this, I'm pretty sure he does, or he or she does. Hey, Laura, the disclosure is not coming from the people in power. The disclosure is coming from all of you. You see, this is where you become empowered. The disclosure is not coming from the Pentagon, from any official military agency anywhere in the world. The disclosure will be coming from you. I don't know about that. I'm not sure. That's not my forte, and I really don't know. That would be something a paranormal person might deal with. I try to stay away from that. So yeah, I couldn't tell you that in terms of that particular thing. Yeah, it's humanity's awakening. Hey, Nick Ryan. So tonight I feel like I'm in a really amped up mood to talk about these things. I'm here now because I don't always, bring forth my own teachings here. I tend to be the one to listen to all the different stories. But believe it or not, I do have my own things to teach and share. You're welcome, Traversa. And hello, Tree. So I want people to do what you want to do. But I want you to be liberated enough to think for yourself, to feel for yourself, to have a knowing for yourself, and not to be a follower of anything anywhere in the world. Follow your own inner understanding. Follow your cosmic understanding. Follow your galactic understanding. You do have that. You might not remember it right now, folks, but you do have a galactic understanding. You do have a cosmic understanding. You do have a multidimensional understanding. You just have to turn on the switch, see? If we turn on the switch, then we know things. If we turn off the switch, then we know nothing. See, hey, Jersey for Life, thank you. If we turn on that switch, we can do anything we wish to do. Hey, Jordan, good to see you, brother. We can do things that we've never thought we can do before. Thank you, Jordan. Do you realize that? Do you realize each of you, no matter what anybody tells you, if you come into a negative nanny situation and someone says to you in a group, oh, I don't believe that. I don't think you can do this. You can't do that. You can't believe that thing. You don't believe that there's life else in the universe or there's a life on another planet. All you've got to do, that person, is look at those people and say, you just don't get it, do you? You just don't get it. You're going to be just sitting there feeling comfortable with yourselves, but you just don't get it. You just don't even understand what's happening. You just don't even understand what's going to happen to the Earth. You don't understand what's happening in our galaxy, our solar system, our universe. A lot of people don't. They just don't get it. Some people don't want to get it. They're happy in their little space there, you know. Yeah, anything is possible. They're just happy in their little space. I love that. Mercy says, Mercy the one. Now I am dreaming. I go to another planet and I see my family. All is, yeah, see? So keep your dreams. Keep your cosmic dreams. It says, I don't believe your cosmic dream was real. Who cares what you think? If your cosmic dream is real to you, then it's real. If the other person says, I don't believe that cosmic dream is real, you couldn't have had that dream. That story from that dream, that can't be possible. The ones that think that nothing like that is possible are living in a circular shoebox that they cannot come out of. They're stuck. But you're not stuck. You don't have to be stuck. All you have to do is elevate, 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 elevate. That's it. You know what? And that's a beautiful thing, Mercy the one. You're saying, well, she says, well, I dream it, then I'm leaving my room and I go through a lot of planets and nobody's seen. And, you know, in your shoes, that's your reality. And no one can take that away from you. Now, whether 10 other people believe it or not, who cares what they think? You're the one having that experience. You're the one going through that experience. You know, I'll tell you, just keep doing what you're doing. Don't let anyone take that away from you, ever, ever. Hey, Julian, good to see you, brother. Yeah, I'm actually on early tonight. Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it. So I'm in a very talkative mood right now. Well, not that I'm not ever in a talkative mood, but I'm in a very focused mood right now. I knew I have something to share, you know, so I'm sharing some of myself with you tonight. We'll get into some interviews. Mercy, the one, says, I also waking up and awake, I seen the vision was at least 3 seconds, 2 different times ETs. Interesting. Raul, welcome. Good evening, everybody. Lake Time Design, welcome. If you're new to the show, I'm glad you're here. You're going to be addicted to encounters probably for the rest of your life until the ships come down. Nanchik, Lisa, good to see you. Hey, Chris Rule, good to see you. Omar, let's see, Lisa. Hey, Nanchik. The Israeli name, I don't know what that is. User, hey, James White, welcome. It's a good night. It's a good night for everybody. It's Friday night. It's a good night. Hey, Brandon, thank you for the heart. Zuzu, welcome, Zuzu. Hey, Papa Wag, good to see you. Lisa, thank you. Darren, good to see you. Eddie, Mark, good to see you. Good evening. Joe Snap, I think it is. Good to have everybody here. Relax. If you're scanning TicTok, hey, Karen, if you're scanning by this show with the spaceship, come on in here and hang out for a while. I guarantee your consciousness is going to be changing. Hey, Venusia, good to see you. Callie716, welcome. B, I think it's Brown something. Thank you, Liddell. B, I think it's Brown something. Thank you, Liddell. Stephanie, welcome. I'm welcoming all these people. User 771, good to have you with us on Encounters. Yeah, it is happening. So yeah, on a Friday night. But Friday the 13th for us here, folks, is nothing but good stuff. Nothing but good stuff here on Encounters. And if you're celebrating this weekend, have a good celebration. Yup, it's ice. Chris Chapman, welcome to the show. Irish, hello Irish. Tatman 2025, welcome. Jordan, welcome back, Jordan. You know, so we have all these dynamics happening now. All these dynamics that are happening. Hey, Cruz White, good to see you. And Timor, welcome Timor. Troll King 051. Carmen, welcome Garcia. User 993. A Giant Goo something. Welcome. So anyway, I'm CmdrAleon, the host of Encounters, the #1 spiritual UFO talk show here on planet Earth. Not to mention the social media part. That's right. Happy Father's Day weekend. Absolutely. So there are many, many things happening off planet. Yes, you are. Hey, brother. Good to see you. We might bring you up here. Yes, you are, because you have a lot of wisdom, a lot of cosmic knowledge, my friend. And James is a great person. He's really a beautiful person. And there are many beautiful people, but he is certainly a beautiful person. And so it's really important to know who you are. It's really important to be who you are. You know, when you're coming to this planet and you're having a human experience, you're having a human experience. There's no way around it. And in the UFO community, you're going to meet all kinds of people. Those that are definitely, you're welcome, James. You're welcome, brother. You're going to be all kinds of people. Some of them are going to be really who they are, and other people are going to show themselves as who they truly are, and that they're not really of the light. You'll know that. You'll know that pretty quick by the way they react to you in the street, by the way they are at a UFO conference, whatever it is, you will find out who those people are. And then you make the decision through discernment whether you interact with those people. And it's okay. If they're not of the light, you just disconnect. You know it. You just disconnect from them. Move on. Get up that mountain. Find another group of people. That's what you do. You know, I don't stick around with people that are negative. I just don't want to do it. Same here on TikTok. If someone gets negative, I have no problem moving on to the next person. Because my light needs to be with people of light. My light needs to be with people of light. Your light needs to be with people of light. And whoever said a UFO talk show has to be negative? There's enough of that going on cable TV, right? You know? But we have the opportunity to do greater things. We have the opportunity to transform the whole planet. You know? Hey, look. That's really a good thing. Thank you. And I take that when you say I am a leader, I'm very humble in my leadership. You know, I don't have an ego or anything like that. I have the opposite of an ego. But if I use the word leader, I'd like to use it more appropriately, that I am a leader to bust the program on this planet. I'm a leader to liberate consciousness. I'm a leader to speak what I speak, and not having to care whether anybody agrees with it or believes it or not. That doesn't matter to me. You think if they don't believe it, that I care? That's their deal. My deal is to keep doing what I'm doing. Hey, Alien Space News. Good to see you, brother. Hey, Kingdom. So if you're new to this show, you're going to learn a lot about the commander. You're going to learn that I do what I do. I say what I say. I think what I think. I speak what I speak. I can sing songs, cosmically speaking. James, that's really good. I still have an ego, but I tell it to let go my ego. I like that. Very well said, James. I couldn't have said it better. You did it. You did better than I can do it. You know. And I think we're gonna definitely bring James up here. Let me see here. You and out. UFOs are not extraterrestrial, they're spiritual. Well, UFOs are spaceships. What's spiritual is the people that are in these spaceships. So you're kind of right. UFOs are actually traveling vehicles, but the beings in them are the actual spiritual beings. They're just traveling vehicles. There are beings that operate those vehicles that are the ones that are spiritual. Hey, Half Mike, good to see you. I get to sometimes, if I get some free time and things are so crazy, I get to hang out when you have your wildfires, not wildfires, but the bonfire. I like hearing the crackling, burning wood and everything. That's pretty cool. It's very peaceful. Yeah, I did. Sometimes I'll sing. And let's see here. I kind of knew you were trying to say that, and that's why I translated that UFOs are just spaceships and the beings are inside them. They're thank you. We appreciate you too. Yes, Jojo. So some of the spaceships are consciousness. Those are called living ships. I'm not sure. I got to talk to my cosmic mom in California, Ashtar Athena, the picture I have on my main page. She's such a beautiful person, and she does her mission work very quietly. But my mission was really, I just had this feeling to talk to her and had a great conversation. So I guess my message was really to get to talk to her, and that was my message. It's funny how messages come. Yeah, and she's a beautiful spiritual teacher. She used to do a lot of workshops. She's a world traveler, and just a beautiful soul. And ultimately, love is the answer for everything, really. And that's what we have to be. One of the truths is that if we are not loved, then what are we? It's really weird how the numbers are going from 130 to 114. All the numbers are going down, 113, 112. I think TikTok's all messed up. Hey, Flocker, good to see you. Please share and like. I know I'm on early tonight, so. I think we are. I think we don't really control it anymore. I don't think any of us control what's going to happen. In terms of the spaceships and all this other stuff, I think things are just going to happen when they're going to happen. I've come to the conclusion that if we try to put things in a specific date, I think we're missing out on a bigger opportunity that they're doing, I think, a lot of work, the space people, and we are here to do a lot of work too, aren't we? We in the so-called UFO community, we all are part of something bigger. I think we're here to do something greater. I really do believe that to be true. And as you see me speak, all the years anybody's known me, when I speak in a certain specific tone. I speak in a very specific manner. And the reason I do, it's my mannerism, which is of that highest frequency of light. It's that mannerism. It's the way you conduct yourself and present yourself. Yeah. I don't know any other way to be than calming. It's real hard to get me to get upset about anybody or anything. I will take direct action on those that are negative, but I will never yell and scream because that's not the way. I do things in a different way. Karma is a thing that people pay on their own way. Whether it be war or whatever, the people that create wars, they're going to have karma. They're going to have to pay for those wars, not with money, but with consciousness. They're going to have to reflect on their lives, what they do, how they are. So I like this image here. I love this beautiful image in space, so I'm using this tonight. Let me see if I can get James up here. Is James around? Yes, you are. Where are you? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Are you here? James, if you're here, say something. Hey, Pete Star TV. Oh, thank you, Jersey. James might have just stopped in for a few minutes. But the beautiful thing is that all of you are here from all over the place, all over the world, all over the country. And just think, 30, 40 years ago, we could not have done this. We could not be here like we are here. But we are. And we become a community of life. You know, we're like a family. Sometimes families have arguments. Sometimes things go on. But at the end of the day, when we reflect on who we all love each other. You might not know half of the people, and you might be a new person here, but understand that we love each other. I love each and every one of you unconditionally. There's no other way I can do it. I couldn't exist without love, you know? So I don't have to do anything, but I do love each and every one of you. Okay? I do. I don't have time on a UFO program like this to argue with people and waste my energy and draining my energy down. I won't do it. Nope. Not necessary. Not needed. What we need to do is look at the way we can protect this earth. Look at the way we can make it a better place to live. So as much as we are waiting, and some people are, I've been in that spot too, waiting for the star people to massively come here and help us, we have to help ourselves. You know, we really have to be the ones, the way showers. We have to help others. We have to be the ones that will transform things. And we are. It might be little bits of transforming things, but every one of you has a beautiful soul to transform somebody's heart. Be careful what you wish for. And that's right. So wish for things that are good. If you're going to make a wish for things that are good. You know? And that's really the basis of things. Azar, welcome. The Outdoorist. Hey, The Outdoorist, welcome to the show. I know now people are coming in because they see it's towards 11 almost, and they say, oh, the commander's on before 11. Yeah, so I can tell you this. I talked to my friend Athena earlier. I call her my cosmic mom. She's been with the Astro Command for a long time, and she's now, I think, 85 years old. She doesn't even look it. And the Astro Command will never let this planet be destroyed. They will be able to destroy every nuclear weapon on the planet. They always have. They've always been able to neutralize the weapons. And that's why I tell people the reason why we're here now in 2025 is because of the space people. They neutralized all the weapons in the Cold War. That's why we're all here. That's why the younger members of the show, the reason why you're here, you can thank the Ashtar Command for saving the planet numerous times through the Cold War. And they did. Because I remember the Cold War. I remember, all the drills we had for nuclear war, and we had to go into, they had nuclear shelters in the high schools. Hopefully you folks remember that, but yeah. And we all thought we never knew when we were going to have the next day, Yeah, duck and cover. We never knew whether we were going to be here tomorrow. But thank God we are here, Okay, the Star Family Guide, that's with you. I sent you his name. Oh, okay. I'll take a look at that. And I hope half of you guys are doing well on your journeys as you expand your consciousness, And this is the thing. We're all here to have this community of life together. We're all here to come together and learn from each other. And not us. We were told to hide. We had to hide under the desk too, Sandra. Yep. And the desks weren't really that good. Let me tell you, when you're in school and you're a kid and they tell you hide under the desk, that's one of those flip desks where it flips up so you can get out of it. So those flip desks were going to protect us from a nuclear radiation fallout. I don't know what the people were thinking in the 60s. And yeah. But we are here. We are all here, Yeah. I don't think they were thinking too much at all. I think they were like, I'll just get under the table. You'll be fine. Wake up in the morning. You'll still be here. You might have radiation burns all over your body, but you'll still be here. Yeah. Yeah, they weren't thinking too much. They weren't thinking at all, actually. And when you think about all the things that we have been through in our lives, no matter what your generations, you might be in your mid-20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever. Everyone's gone through different things in this world. And everyone's going through different things in this world. We used to, Debbie says, laugh. We used to go in the coat closet in elementary school. So when the radiation fallout would happen, you can wear one of those coats in the coat closet and you would be completely repelling the radiation. They did all kinds of things during those days, didn't they, Daisy? We're doing good. Sometimes it's me. I am feeling wonderful, feel great. I'm looking forward to Father's Day and the weekend. I'm looking forward to a beautiful, beautiful weekend. I hope you all are too. We started before 10:30. I surprised everybody. I did a surprise entry onto TikTok tonight early, so I kind of threw people off. But people are pretty smart. You find out when I'm on, you know. I'm glad now everyone's starting to come in. It's almost 11. Good to have you all here. Yeah, all of what have been gone is, you know. My garden is doing good. And let's see, can I show, do I have pictures I can show? Let's see here. My garden is doing good. I can say without a question. Can I do it? Let's see. Here we go. I'm in the blueberry jungle. Now this is one of my blueberry plants, and these are two big blueberry plants, and they're going to be really good. So I'm going to have blueberries. So you're watching all the blueberries here growing, and they're doing really healthy plants. They're organic. So I just wanted to share my blueberry plant with you. And they're massive. These blueberry plants are massive plants. Yeah. I grow everything. I microfarm everything organically. I don't use any sprays or anything. I'm in the blueberry jungle. Yeah. And I'm going to show you one more picture. One more picture. Let's see here. What should I show you now? Let's see. Maybe this thing here. Is this what I want to show you? What is that? Oh yeah. This will be good. I'm going to show you this here. Okay, this is my microfarm area. So I microfarm the watermelons. This is straw bales of straw. Nope, it's not in my backyard. I have an area of land that I use and I grow stuff. So this is where all the watermelons are growing, right in here. Yeah, it's a big area. I'm growing 7 variety of watermelons, 20, 30 pound watermelons. And I'm also growing a watermelon that grows up to 200 pounds. And everything I grow is organic. Yep. So the commander's into the good earth, growing my own things. I've been growing and microfarming for about several years now. You know, I do all the work myself. Yes. Oh, you do? I do all the work myself. I had the only thing I had help with was putting up a fence a few weeks ago, but everything I do is intensive work. I don't have to do as much work, but it took me several years to amend the soil and everything. So I do everything myself. Yeah, I get my seeds from Baker Creek and also Mary's Heirloom Seeds in Texas. And I start early. I hydroponically put things in hydroponics, and then I bring them out to plant them. So you're having a little bit of a treat here tonight. I'm showing you some pictures of my microfarm. You know, and everything I grow, if I get a lot of watermelons this year, I just give them away to cousins, family, and friends. I don't sell anything. I just give it away. You know. So I think I'm going to have a good season this year. Yeah, I put a lot of love into it, you know. I really do put a lot of love into it. I'm going to show you one more thing before we get into the whole spiritual UFO cosmic stuff. Let me do this here. That's not what I want to show you. Okay, let's do this. And here is my grape plants. I think this is it right here. Is it? Let's see. These are this is part of I have a lot of grape plants. These are Concord grape plants. I grow Concord grapes. A couple miles. So here, good to see you. Hey, Lang, good to see you, brother. I grow grapes. I have 5 Concord grape plants. No, we don't make wine. I use it for jam and for table grapes. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I love Concord grapes. It's an acquired taste. Concord grapes are really good. They're healthy for you. And I also do jam. So now we're going to go out of the grape trail and go back into the space. We're going back into space because space is the place. Now we were on Earth in my microfarm, and now we're off planet. There you go. Yeah, I definitely, like I said, not everybody likes the Concord grapes. They're really kind of an acquired taste, but I do. My watermelons all taste different because everyone thinks every watermelon tastes the same. They don't. Different varieties of watermelon have a different taste to them. Yes, we do, Enlightened. You know? The melons will be ready probably by the end of August, the first week of September. When you grow a watermelon, you have to make sure the vine turns brown, and then there's a tendril that's it looks like a little like wire that's been folded up a little bit. When that turns brown, and then you have to knock on the watermelon and wait till it seems like it's hollow. Then you pull the watermelon out. You don't want to take the watermelon out right away. If you do it too soon, you might be taking it before it's totally ripe. You usually want to give the watermelon at least a week or so afterwards and then pull it. Yeah. So if you ever grow watermelons, make sure you get organic seeds, heirloom seeds, and it's not hard to do. So the commander knows all about the growing and microfarming of the watermelon, the grapes, the blueberries, and the strawberries, which I've been picking as well. So yeah. Good to have everybody with us here. Thank you, Linline. I appreciate that, brother. And for me, with all this space work and all this UFO stuff we deal with, for me, I always need to get out into the earth and put my hands in the earth and water my plants. I need to get grounded. So for me, I get grounded during the day going out to my garden, microfarming. That's how I get grounded. If I get too spaced out, that's no good for me to be operating during the day with other people that are human. So for me, when I get out there, when I start the season, I got to get everything prepared. It takes time. It took me 2 to 3 weeks to get my home microfarming thing prepared. The soil, those are the first things. The weeds, you have to get out, cover everything up. Once you get the weeds out, then you have to get prepared to do the planting. It's some people think it's a real easy thing to do, but it takes time and it takes a lot of love, But anybody can do it. You have to be dedicated to it, You have to be willing to get out there, get your hands dirty. It is a lot of work, yeah. Hey, good to see you, Chesno. Hey, good to see you, brother. It is definitely, growing a garden is a lot of work. Brussels sprouts, yeah. I'm growing cucumbers, yeah. I'm growing a couple of cucumbers. As a matter of fact, I don't know what happened to my cucumbers, but I'm getting more plants over the weekend. I'm going to put about 2 or 3 cucumber plants in the ground up where I am. I have room for them. I'm going to make room for them. But yeah, we do all that kind of stuff. That's right, Sandy. We need to all get along everywhere forever. Chesno, you're growing stuff too, brother. I don't remember what it is, but I know you do have a garden too. You know? Yeah. Hey, Alien Spaces, working as one, humanity can establish a regular interaction with other civilizations. Absolutely correct, Alien Space News. Absolutely correct. Oh, see, I love lemons. I don't have a lemon tree. I don't know. I've seen that you can buy a lemon tree here. I've never tried to grow lemons. I don't know how easy it is. That I don't have a lot of room for that right now. Oh, Birdlove, you have a garden growing too. Good. Rogue, you have a garden too. See? Coming from zucchini, tomatoes, Liddell. Very good. See, I didn't know how many people watching my show have gardens. This is pretty amazing. You all have good taste in your vegetables, I'm sure. Cal, everybody does. Wow, a lot of folks have gardens here. Hey, Half Pint, do you guys have a garden in your backyard? And I hope Half Pint is still here. I'm growing sunflowers. I just planted a whole bunch of sunflower seeds this morning. These sunflowers get probably a little bit taller than I am. I can't wait till the sunflower thing happens. Figs, peppers. Hey, Donna Monk, welcome to the show. I also feed the birds rabbits and anything wild. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Good. They started sprouting, Jojo. Thank you for the gift, Kitty Mama. Hey, lovely starfish. Hey, Mike Truth. Good to see you. It's amazing how many beautiful people are here. Hey, Half Pint. Thank you. Half Pint, do you guys growing any vegetables out there up in the mountain? Any like tomatoes or cucumbers or? Hey, Half Pint, thank you. Thank you so much. Hey, Biggie Shorty. Joy something. Good evening, Leslie. And this is the thing. Watermelons for Bigfoot. That's a good thing. I hope you are growing. I hope you got enough sun up there and enough heat. You'll have some good watermelons on the mountain. Rudy, we grow tomatoes, peppers, and squash. Interesting. And Lion has dragon fruit, farm corn, indigenous vegetables. Oh, very good, brother. That's excellent. Dragon fruit. I wonder how easy that's to grow. And the other thing is, as I segue from the vegetables and the fruits, that our space brothers and sisters, they're vegetarians. That was a good segue, wasn't it? Thank you, Leslie. Thank you. They're vegetarians, so they eat all the kinds of fruits. Now, I heard stuff years ago in some of the stories I've heard that the space people can create food that looks like it to be a Frankfurter, fried chicken, hamburger, and it's not any one of those things. It's actually vegetarian food. Which is kind of interesting. Yeah. So yeah, I heard that years ago. I heard the stories. As a matter of fact, a lot of the space people of light on their ships, because they are vegetarian, they can accommodate humans who like to eat things like fried chicken. But the fried chicken will taste like fried chicken, but they do something to create this thing looking like chicken, but it's a vegetable. I heard that years ago, actually. Yeah, I'd like to try the space food too. I'm sure their vegetables and fruits are different than ours. I mean, in terms of what they grow. Hopefully, right, Teresa? Hopefully, low carb space food from other planets. You know, we never get to talk about what it is like on other planets. Do they eat? What kind of vegetables do they eat? What's their vegetables look like compared to Earth vegetables? This has been great so far. We segued from showing you some pictures of what I grow, segueing into what the space people eat on their home planets. Pearls are good. Definitely. The space watermelon are probably blue and big as a car. Maybe. They could be. They might have really huge watermelons. Alex says, we eat gold. And welcome all the new people coming in here to Encounters. Welcome Hairball. Welcome. SBH something. Benoit. Welcome Benoit. You know. So Rare. Welcome So Rare. Let's see. Christian is something. Sunshine Girl. Welcome Sunshine Girl. Hello Rita Lynn. Hey Scrubs. I'm on the water tonight. I ran out of apple cider. Now, because I ran out of apple cider, I think some people would think that I'd have a withdrawal symptom from not having the apple cider. I'm perfectly fine. I'm not having going crazy over not having apple cider, so I'm doing good. Hey, Lavola, welcome back, Lavola. Ronald Freeman, welcome. Thank you, Scrubs. You know, and I know that if you've got addicted, Scrubs, to the apple cider, I won't take any credit for that. Yvette says, I'm drinking apple cider too. I know I turned a lot of people on in the last 3 years with the apple cider. Half Pint says, Bigfoot name is Golach. He says hi. He would like to meet you. I think he will live. Yeah. They have up in their part of the mountain, hey, Tricky Dick, they have the Bigfoot up there in the Appalachians where they are. It's pretty wild up there where they are. Tara says, I heard they consume gelatin-like cubes filled with top-notch nutrition. Eating food is social only. Very interesting, Tara. Lisa, welcome to our show. Lisa, Cheryl Shepherd 5. All those people coming into the show, stick around, stay here. Don't go anywhere. You know, go on a futon, on a meditation pillow. We have a huge studio here in Encounters. Stay on in here. You will be addicted within less than 10 minutes if you stay here. You won't want to go anywhere. Guaranteed. I know how to hypnotize you. Motivate you. Be the best I can be. Be the best you can be. We're all going to be the best we are. Hey, Linda, good to see you. Good evening. Katie Harper. Brad. Hey, Brad. Good hello to everybody coming here. Sophia. Curtis Human. Relic, thank you so much for that gift. I appreciate it. Gina, hey Gina. Relic, thank you again. Gina, thank you. Jersey says, I was on Half Pints Live the other night, sitting around the fire with Ray and his harmonica. I love you guys when you do the fire thing. I feel like I'm in the mountains hanging out with you, just like sitting around the fire. It's the most peaceful. You know what's really peaceful about it? The fire itself is you feel like you can jump right in the camera and sit there. It really is very peaceful. Beautiful thing. And we need to have that feeling of peace, having a little community fire going and sitting around that fire. It's a beautiful thing. Oh, someone was just mentioning our friends, Half Pint. They do a fire. They have a fire. What's it called? Not a fire pit. Well, kind of a fire pit. They have a bonfire. Leslie, thank you. Yeah, the bonfire is great. You know, we have a fire pit. We're going to start using it. Yeah, you know, definitely. I love the fire. I get hypnotized by Half Pint's fire when they got the bonfire going. I'm like, oh man, now I can't go anywhere. I got to sit here, hang out. Yeah. Thank you, Relic. I appreciate that. Now, on other notes, if anyone has any stories to tell regarding who's not been on our show, but if you're a person that has never been into, oh, thank you. I've never seen that before. What is that? Where did it go? Man, I can't. No. I'm sure, as I always say here, for people that are new here, if you've had any encounters with space beings or what we call contactee experiences, we love to have you join us. Don't be afraid to come on the show. You have to be over 18. No kids on the show, no cursing on the show, no politics, no paranormal discussion, no smoking. Did I cover that already? No trolls on the show, no negative people on the show. I think it covers pretty much everything. So if you have a story to share, you can share it. If you're somebody with security clearance, top security clearance, whether you be in the Pentagon or in another department or whatever, we'd love to hear your story. We'd love to have you on the show. And the show is on nightly for the most part. Once in a while, we will take a break because it's a human thing to do. But we are here pretty much consistently for the last 3 years, almost every night. Like I said, I do take some nights off. So this is great. We've been on since about 20 or 19 minutes, 12 minutes after, I think it was 12 minutes after 10 o'clock, and it's now 11:19. So we'll be on here till, I think, 12:30. Yeah, I think we're going to do it to 12:30 tonight. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're at work? That's a bummer. Yvette, I want to get you on here. We'll figure it out, Yvette. You know? Well, we're on till 12:30, so if you're not working at some point, we'd love to have you on there. Yeah, I'm going to try to put the encounter symbol on the background. I like this background here. Hey, Craig says hi. Hey, Grace. Hey, sister, how you doing? And Grace is also a Connecticut person, too. So, yeah. And, you know, it's going to be raining Saturday, but my hope is that it will clear up so we can have a beautiful day so everyone can go do things wherever you are. You have some. Now, the train's coming. It's coming to pick up ETs. It's going to take a stop at the train station. The ETs are going to appear to go into the train, and the train's going to disappear. It's one of those intergalactic trains. Intergalactic, you know what I mean? I bet somewhere there is an intergalactic train. There's got to be. It's got to exist somewhere in the universe. You know? Now, I don't know if another train's coming. You know, there's one point during the night when trains are coming from every which direction, and I'm just hearing trains, and more trains. That's it. That's all there is to it. Teresa says, do star beings have an end of life? And if so, do they have ceremonies? Good question. I don't know if they have ceremonies, but I think the space people at some point, it's not so much an ending of life. They go into another level of life. They continue on. We think of, Earth people think of life as being, well, you know, my grandmother died. She was 95 years old. What a beautiful person she was. She gets buried in the ground with a gravestone of her choice, and then that's it. But life always goes on. So we really never, we're taught to believe that life does not go on, but we do go into, for those that are the cosmic aspects of this thing, we go into the next level of life. So we graduate from Earth here, and we go back off planet to whatever existence we came from. Many of you in the cosmic realm will probably go off back to whatever your star family is, your star planet. We all have that connection. Good question. You know? Yeah, Skip to Grace. I'm upset about that too. And you know, we have to, and Grace knows it all too well in her spiritual life with her paintings and everything. We all have to pray for a peace, What's happening to humanity is terrible. I know we all have a cosmic perspective. We are caring people, and whatever else is happening, all the stupid, crazy things that people do. In the end of the day, when the bigger picture is how are we going to live on our planet, how are we going to relate to people. I have nothing as a human being. I have nothing against anybody on any country in any part of the world. I think humans without power would get along fine with each other. It's the people in power on our planet that cause all the trouble. It's people on the planet that create the nuclear bombs like Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The fact that Israel shoots bombs to stop some other bombs that they say exist is creating conflict. It's terrible. And again, understand this for entertainment purposes only. I'm speaking from a cosmic perspective, and that's the way I think. I'm not sure how everyone else looks at it. We have to pray. All the men, women, and babies that have been killed in Gaza, and I'm not taking sides with any earth-based system. I'm saying that when we look at the world, what we're doing to the world, it starts to set in that we need to be a better people. We need to be loving people. We need to hug each other, and all these little ridiculous things we do, we have to just realize we have to take care of our planet, right? We have to take care of each other, because I don't like what I'm seeing. I don't like the things I see. I don't like to watch a lot of news, but I'm not alienated from that news. I don't think any of us really are. But our planet is a precious planet. We need to take care of Mother Earth. This has got to stop. All these conflicts of consciousness, conflicts of weapons. We're going to stop you. You're going to stop me. And here we have the ability as people that are conscious to do greater things, right? Nothing else matters. If we don't have a planet to live on, nothing else matters. Petty arguments, disagreements, jealousies, all that stuff is garbage. The bigger picture is how do we treat each other? How do we love each other? Right, that's right, Rachel. We go on the love train. That's right. That's right, Enlightened. We elevate to a higher consciousness. So none of us are blind. I mean, we don't talk about it. We're not blind to it. But yeah, it's terrible. Like Grace, what you said is really, really what's going on there in Gaza. With the men, women, and children, how many babies have been killed by bombs, mothers, kids without moms and dads anymore. So we have the light. Each of us has the light shining within us. So we can use our light to make the world a better place. Another train coming through. Get on board to the train, because we're going to be liberating the planet. Get on board that train. No tickets necessary. It's absolutely free. So we really need to realize that we can talk about these things in a enlightened perspective. I mean, I'm here on TikTok. There's tons of stuff being broadcast, and people doing lives all over the world. I think tomorrow, or all over the country. We're at 100,000. Thank you. I can't believe I didn't even pay attention to that. I think we're all very conscious people. We care about each other. We care about what's happening. Yeah, we need to be that person. I'm glad that Grace brought that up, because that's who we are. We can't be void of that knowledge. We have to be aware of it. Yeah, I got awakened to more of what's happening in the world in other countries here, because you never see any of the stuff that's happening in other countries on U.S. networks. They don't show you. They don't show you people walking for peace or whatever, because they censor all that information. It's called programming the population. So if they program the population, then they feel that no one's going to know. Hey, Sananda, good to see you, brother. We are greater than that. AZ, good to have you with us. Lupita, welcome. AZ, thank you. Yeah, so tomorrow I'm not sure what I'm doing. But I know it's going to be raining out, I think. I don't know. And Daniel Starr says, I hope contact happens sooner now. All the craziness is going on. Hey, yeah, just not to call. Yeah, I understand. I tend to not watch it all the time, but on TikTok, I watch it here to see things that are happening, and then I get the information, and then I'm gone there. There you go. Yeah, it's raining every weekend, Rachel. It's crazy, you know. But I think that we, as conscious people, as humans, well, we're not only human, we are consciously able to. Let's see here. Mr. Brer says, I saw a report saying we made an agreement with NHI who might be bad or not good. Do you know? I'm not familiar with that. I'm not familiar with whatever's out there in that particular realm. I don't think we made any kind of agreement, and I don't forgetting whether it's that or not. But we all did make an agreement to come to Earth. We all agreed to. Now, some people might say, "Well, I don't remember doing that. I don't remember volunteering to come here." But you did. We all did. We didn't know what we were getting into, but we all volunteered to come here, right? Good, better, and different. Now we know what we see here. Now we know what we don't like about the planet. Now it's not the planet, it's those that are in power on the planet and what they're doing to the planet. Right? So now we know what we don't want to see. Non-human intelligence. Oh, okay. Well, we didn't really make an agreement with non-human intelligence because there's a lot of different non-human intelligence. So there's high vibrational non-human intelligence, and then there's lower vibrational non-human intelligence. So with the government, our Department of Defense made an agreement with the lower vibrational intelligence, and that's why we've had problems. Leslie, thank you. So all these things we can't be devoid of them, but we also have to keep our vibrations higher. We have to keep our vibrations always going higher. Hey, Calico. Hey, UFO extraterrestrial, welcome. And if we all are able to elevate our consciousness, it makes such a big difference. We're going to be the ones that are going to help the people that are freaking out over what's happening. Every one of you equally has that ability to do it. Now, when you say, well, how can I do this? How am I supposed to get out there and help people? Just go and do it. Be the shining light for your neighbor who's freaked out over something happening. Be that shining light. Each of us has that shining light. I do believe that to be true. And if we use that shining light, we can, transform the whole planet. We can create waves upon waves upon waves of enlightenment. But it takes everybody to do it. There are forces on our planet, and I do believe this to be true. There are forces on Earth that are trying to have us conflict with each other. They want us to be disagreeable with each other. They want us to fight each other. They're on social media. They're on YouTube. They're on TikTok. They're on Instagram. They're on whatever. And especially on TV networks. Yeah, divide and conquer. That's the whole deal. So if you have a negative energy going into somebody's consciousness and they don't know it, they're going to use them to divide and conquer. Yep, divide and conquer. Yeah, to keep our light dim. But if you are an awakened human being, an awakened consciousness, a cosmic related consciousness, you're going to realize, once you realize that that's what's going on, then you can protect yourself from that. Then you're going to say, I don't care who you are. You're being controlled by a negative energy. You need to just get out of my way. Because we're on this planet to bust everything up and liberate this earth. Hey, Fish Flight, thank you for the roses. Oh, Ross, okay. He's pretty cool. I've watched him. That's a hypothetical possible lexicon. Good to see you, brother. There might be some Zeta that don't agree with the other Zeta. And you know what? There probably are, depending on the Zeta. But there might be. Good question. I'll say might be is my answer to that. Thank you, Enlightened. Thank you, Leslie. Hey, Brim. Hello there, brother. Hope you're doing well. I have not heard about that. The archons and the four pillars. Wait a minute. Wait just a moment, folks. Let's see. Let me see. Call them the archons, huh? ARC. This is interesting. Archon can refer to two main concepts: a high-ranking magistrate in ancient Greece or benevolent world-governing entities in Gnosticism. That's what it says here. In ancient Greece, archons were prominent civil and judicial officials, sometimes even giving their name to the year of their term. In Gnosticism, archons are seen as a force that created the material world and imprisoned souls within it. So, Brim, thank you for the question. Let me see here. Let me go backwards. Let's go forwards. Okay, let me see. For the four pillars. Okay. This is interesting. The four pillars concepts refers to a framework that uses four core elements to build something, whether it's a life, a business, or a belief system. The specific pillar varies depending on the context, but they are generally foundational aspects that, when well supported, provide a strong and stable structure. I don't know if that's what you're looking for or something more spiritual, but interesting. Yeah, yeah. Well said, Enlightened. Let's see here. So there's, the beautiful thing is no more fighting each other everywhere forever. I agree with that, Sandy. And that goes for everything. Internet, social media, no more fighting. But then you have to, demigods. Okay. Thank you, Relic. My AI gave me an answer that I went with. So we now know, hey, One Love, I like that name. Pat Pringle. Hey, Pat Pringle, welcome to our show. So if you're new to the show, we deal with the spiritual aspects of ufology. We get into contactee experiences. We get into the cosmic enlightenment part of the UFO area. That's the part that we deal with. There's other people in the UFO community that are more serious about when are they going to get disclosure from their government. And then Lovell is right. Drama everywhere. Drama everywhere. It is everywhere, So we have really now, we're coming to, I think, a position on our planet where things are going to be push come to shove. You're going to find out with everybody you know. Hey, thank you, Coach. You're going to find everybody you know. People that you think you know, you don't know. You thought you knew them. Now the true colors come out. Now their energy comes out. Now they're being affected or controlled by dark energy or low vibrational ET energy, and they come out. And like I said, you can have a beautiful book cover, the best beautiful spacey cover in the world, and then that person's you open their book, and yeah, they're an energy vampire. And on some cases, that person's being controlled by negative ETs that control their consciousness. So they leap out against you when before they were being very nice to you. That's what's happening now. It's divide and conquer kind of deal, So as long as you're aware that now we're in a time period, because you know what it is, you really know what it is, we are going to definitely switch this planet around and change it. And the forces of darkness, the negative forces that want to control human beings, they're very sly. They'll play around with your consciousness if they can control it, and have you leap out and lash out of somebody you never lashed out of before. Do kind of crazy, wild things. That's what they do. But if you are well protected, you're going to kick them in the butt. And you're going to be that light warrior. You're going to say, you're not going to do that to me. You don't know who you're dealing with. You're going to kick them in a cosmic butt. You're going to kick them. You know? And you stand up to that situation and you keep walking forward. You know? So with all the craziness that's happening here, and there are energy vampires out there, they're on all the social media networks, without a question, even on here. Yeah, they can't do anything to you if you are protected. And as long as you're aware that they are out there, they cannot touch you. You know? Absolutely not. Yeah, and that's right, Half Pint. Use discernment with everybody you meet, you know? The person could be smiling in your face, and at the same time, that person within the smile of the face is saying, I gotcha. Now I gotcha. I'm going to get you. You know? And, you know, it's really kind of interesting when we talk about people that are having real contact, having real interactions, whoever they are. And there have been many through history. I have some of the contact ebooks here. They're not alive anymore. These people probably died at 85 or 90 years old. But the history of contactees goes back all the way into the 1940s in our current history. And I have some of the books here, you know. Dr. Wendell Stevenson of the Air Force, he wrote many books about people that were contactees, that had contact with the Andromedans, with Palladians. And in our current day and age, in this time period, in 2025, I don't know every one of the people out there that's around the world having contact, but I would say there's hundreds of people all over the world right now as we're doing this show that are being contacted. And if anyone can say to me that it's not possible for a human being and a space being to connect with each other, I would say phooey. Is that a good word? Phooey? Phooey's a good word to say. Phooey. Phooey on Yui. People are having contact. You can dish it. You can throw it out the window. There's no way you can tell me people around the world aren't having contact somewhere as we speak. So I say phooey to Yui who don't believe that has been it. See, I'm very creative. I know how to come up with words. That's the one thing you're going to learn about this show. So if I meet someone that says, oh, no one's having contact, then I can stand right there, look them straight in the face and say, oh, phooey to Yui on that comment. Phooey to Yui. Matter of fact, that may become a popular 2-word thing. So if someone else says to you, did you ever contact? And they say, yeah. Well, I don't believe you. Then you just go straight into their face and you say, phooey to Yui. Just like that. It's been happening to me. I can't wait to hear your story. You see why the commander never gets out of shape or bent out of shape when things happen to me? Because I have such a sense of humor that it actually destroys the person trying to get to me. They can't get to me. Because I'll do things like this and they'll say, well, I'm trying to get him upset. I want to get him all, hovered. I want him to yell and scream. Not going to happen. I've been on this planet for too many years, seen too many things, and too many experiences. And we also use the block feature, which I use. They don't like it when I use a block feature. Hey, that's why they got a thing called the block feature on social media. Thank you, Ed Pint. See, I've learned that over the years, I do not have to engage with negativity. All I have to do is just turn it off. You know, like you turn the TV on, you want to watch a football game, you want to watch a basketball game, maybe some hockey, maybe you like wrestling. You can either turn it on or turn it off. Maybe you want to watch a nice love movie, people that are romantically having a relationship. You have a choice. You always have a choice. Me, I choose to block it. You know, you want to have confrontation, I'll block it. And that's right. And like, you know it, brother. You see? Yeah, no, it's definitely. And there are vulnerable people that get taken in by negativity, and they're susceptible to it because they don't know how to block it. They haven't been taught how to be empowered. But once you're empowered, man, nothing can stop you. You're going to go right through those people like a train. And they'll have to get out of the way. Hey, Peace. I like that. Symbol, Peace. Hey, Peace. Judy Cantor, welcome to the show. You know? And we are amped up on a Friday night, folks. We have a new spaceship. I like the background. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're all here. I just want to say one really important message. I'm getting an important message. Now, let me see what that message is. Give me a moment. Wait a minute. I'm getting the message. I love all of you. That's the message. I love all of you unconditionally. I'll say it again like a mantra. I love all of you unconditionally. Do you love each other? I hope so. I hope so. Good lexicon. Now, if we could get the whole world to repeat what I say, if we were able to get all the people in the world to say in all their languages, we love each other, that's the beginning of peace. That's the beginning of transformation. That's the beginning where billions of human beings come together. It doesn't matter what language you speak, how long your hair is, how short your hair is, how big you are, how short you are. Makes no difference. It's the consciousness of love. We're doing good, Jay. I hope you're doing well, brother. That's good, lexicon. That's excellent. Because the way it is now, we all have the ability to see the future of our planet. Now, we don't know what the total future is. Hey, Salty Dog, good to see you. We don't know what the total future is. We haven't been there yet. Well, maybe some people, if you're a time traveler, maybe. But we are really very beautiful people. Sometimes we don't look in the mirror and say how beautiful we are. But if you get up in the morning and you're a starseed, a contactee or whatever, or a person that's awakened, always say to yourself, you know what? I am beautiful. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. I'm a beautiful person. I'm going to have a beautiful day. You know, if we are to be that person, and we can have a beautiful day, regardless of what's going on around us, you have to have a beautiful day. You have to put a protection to yourself and say, I am, like a mantra, going to have a beautiful day. And you will. No way around it. You know? Are you going to have a beautiful Saturday, everybody? You're going to have a beautiful Sunday on planet Earth? I hope so. You create the day that you wish it to be. If you say you're going to have the worst day in the world and the garbage cans are going to be flowing down the hill in your neighborhood, and then you're going to see basketballs bouncing on your head coming out of nowhere, you could have that kind of a really kind of crazy day. Or you can get up and say, I'm going to go out. I'm going to go outside, enjoy the day, go for a hike. Maybe I'll even go at night to an open field and actually commune with the universe. And maybe I might even see a spaceship. Maybe I might make contact with star people. Maybe that's the kind of night or day I'll have. Maybe. Hey, freedom fighter. You know? So this is why this show is different. Because we get into these things and they're all interconnected. There's a tapestry connected to this. So when we talk about UFOs, we're talking about how we relate to each other. You know, how we're going to relate to each other before we can relate to the space people. Before we can have interaction with the space people. Before we can go on a spaceship with the space people, we have to get our act together, right? Hey, Brian, good to see you. Since the light holder, whoops, hold on. She holds the light for everyone. Oh, I didn't know that. Interesting that fight. Reba, I think it's Santa Monica, Fly Foxy P. Yeah, and that's, Jay, you bring up a great point. If schools, everybody around the world, if I was to yell on screen, there's going to be a spaceship landing tonight. Everybody come on in here. I better not yell any louder. I might wake up anybody. They should teach in schools. I really do believe this. And even today in 2025, would you believe it? In grade school, in high school, they don't teach anything about what we're talking about. They don't talk about the spaceships. They don't talk about the existence of life elsewhere in the universe. They don't talk about people that have been having different experiences with space people. Why don't they talk about this in school? Why don't they actually discuss this? Why did the teachers are the teachers programmed to program, we're going to teach you traditional science. I'm a business major. Yeah, I'm a business major. I want to be in business someday. I'm majoring in business for my degree in business. I want to be a business person. Really? You want to be a business person? Yeah, I want to be a business person. Do you really believe you have to be a business person? Well, that's what they're teaching me in college, to be a business person. I want to get my degree, my bachelor's, my business degree. Did they talk anything about UFOs or ETs in your college classes? No, that doesn't matter. I want to get in business. I need to be in business. No, you don't. You need to be liberated. You need to think for yourself. Hey, soul wisdom, you need to think for yourself. You need to be the person that is not going to listen to your teacher, because your teacher is programmed by limitation. See, that's what they do in school. I don't care if it's the most prestigious university in the world. How many colleges and universities, how many high schools, how many junior high schools have a class talking about the subject of ufology, about contactees, abductions, life in the universe? Anybody can tell me how many schools in the world do that? How many? Anybody know? I don't know. I have no idea. We need cosmic schools, exactly. That's what we need in the world. We should, for every school that exists right now that is brainwashing humanity to be something, the illusion of having to be something, we should have cosmic schools. We should have cosmic classes in every school in the world where kids can learn about the universe, where kids can learn about the history of contactees, where kids can learn that we are not from here, even though they're told we are. That's the kind of schools we need. All these other schools are teaching everybody the same stuff they've taught the last 70 years, just different ways. Social media, YouTube, just different methods. Still the same thing, right? Still the same thing. And tonight, so far, we've had 2,800 people watch the show. 2,800 folks on Encounters tonight. That's a lot of folks. Oh yeah, they used to back in the day. But I'm always saying here what I think of the show. So I don't have a teleprompter, like I said. Well, let me get my teleprompter. Hey, can I get my producer to put a teleprompter in front of my thing here? I need to read certain words. You'll never see me use a teleprompter. My teleprompter is my consciousness. My teleprompter is my space consciousness. And you know what? We all have space consciousness. Believe it or not, breaking cosmic news out there, TikTok. We all have cosmic consciousness. We have a human consciousness. We have a cosmic consciousness. A human consciousness, a cosmic consciousness. Don't forget that. Don't forget it. Remember it. You are a cosmic being on Earth. You are a cosmic being on Earth. They don't do that anymore. Yeah. So for the hundreds and hundreds of you that are scanning TikTok, I'm trying to bring you in here to wake you up. Trying to bring you in. Now, I know you're passing through and you're saying a spaceship. You're seeing the spaceship. Now, I was able to be doing hypnotism. I'd be able to hypnotize you to come in here into encounters into this room. What does it take? All it takes is creativity, knowledge, and not just sitting here like this. And I don't. All it takes is creativity, knowledge, and I'm willing to be activated. Lisa says to have school in the evening, to watch the stars appear and make contact. Yes, Lisa, right on. Leslie, thank you for the gift. You know, and this is the more important. This is the most important discussion we're having here, right here on TikTok. Right now is what we're talking about on this show. It goes down to the very core of education, the very core of our society and our schools. You know, we got enough business schools and business courses to last a lifetime. You know, you have a bunch of schools that teach you to be a lawyer. Who cares? I'm now a lawyer with a 3-piece suit on, and I will represent you. And you can hire our attorneys for free. Our attorneys are free. If we don't win the case, it's free. You know how, and I'm being kind of funny here, how many commercials have you seen where there's lawyers on TV saying, join us now, it's free. And we'll do the consultation for free. If we win your case, it's not totally free. We get some of the money, of course, and you get a little bit of money. We get some of the money. This is what they teach. This is the society we live in. You want to be a McDonald's employee and have a bunch of golden arches? Well, you give out golden arch pins, real gold. If you cook enough burgers and French fries, we'll give you that, guaranteed. Yep, we can do it. Come on, folks. You want to be successful? Work for McDonald's. Maybe you can go to Subway and get a sandwich. Whatever. All these things are basically diversions. The truth is, we are moving forward faster than we've ever had. Have you realized how many days go by quickly? How many months go by quickly? We're already almost into July. That was the first Starbucks crabs you ever had. Human meat burgers. Yep. So everything I'm saying tonight has a purpose, if you hadn't already caught on to it. You know, we know how to speak the language. We know how to deal with it. That's right. McDonald's has a college before it or not. I think McDonald's has a Ronald McDonald College or something like that, where you can run around with a Ronald McDonald outfit, and if you get accepted, you're good. That's it. You don't have to worry about space people. Just be a Ronald McDonald person. Yeah, it feels like it, right, Doom? It feels like a year ago. It just, and the thing is, and I was talking about this with somebody the other day, time is accelerating very quickly, right? Time is accelerating really quickly on our planet. Why is that happening? It's like everything is going really quick. And I think the reason that's happening, and I'd love to hear your views on that, is because we are running out of time. The reason why time is moving so quickly, because we're running out of time. Now, I never thought of it that way. Just recently have I thought that we are running out of time. As a matter of fact, I can't wait till the day there is no time, that we do run out of time. No, you know, Julian, my uncle, back in the 60s, in a drugstore, they had luncheonettes in a drugstore. I helped mix the Coca-Cola when it was real Coke, and I used to flip burgers. I helped them out do it. That's in the day when things were really interesting. Yeah. He was a chef. But it really is, time is really kind of moving very quickly. You know? Do you feel, folks, that you, as you every day, you go by, first it was springtime, now we're almost into July. Next thing you know, we're going to be into whatever. Yeah, no, yeah, that was back in the 60s, late 60s. It was a luncheonette, and I was behind the counter, and I got to just make burgers or whatever they wanted, and they had the real Coke where you would press the thing, and the syrup would come out of the Coke. I mean, the syrup would come out of the machine. It was the real Coca-Cola before they did away with all the stuff in it. But yeah, but I think time is accelerating because we're now going to a period when we start to meet the space people, there will be absolutely no time. And that's good. So there'll be no time left to have time to try to figure out how to have more time. So when we have no time, that is the point where there is contact. That's the point where we meet together like that. Okay, we finally made contact. No more rat races. Absolutely right. So how many people that are coming through TikTok watching my show right now are coming in here right now, so I'm talking really fast. Come on in. You deserve to come in here. Get deprogrammed here. We have a deprogramming thing here that's totally free. We don't charge any money for deprogramming. Come on into Encounters. Don't be afraid to get in here. I guarantee you it'll be the best addiction you'll ever have. Best addiction. Not the worst. There are worse things you can be addicted to, but Encounters, you will have a great addiction here. My whole goal is to addict as many TikTokers on my show here as possible, to wake you up, to get you interested in the subject, to wake up about the whole ET thing. And for new people here who just are coming in as like tourists, do you understand that there are beings throughout the universe, that there are people in other planets, that they're out there? Yeah, they are. And you might be being watched by them. Hey, Kit Kat, good to see you. You might be watched by some of those beings. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're amped up tonight. Hey, look, I'm so amped up tonight, I can actually go on a spaceship right now. And if I stay amped up like this, I got a feeling something is going to happen after I get off the live. I don't know that for 100% fact, but at this point, I am so amped up, Don't get me started, because I've already gotten there, and I'm going higher and higher, so. So now you're having a night of the commander. See, I'm always interviewing people. Now I am out there with you. I'm actually speaking to you, with you, part of you, all of you. Yeah, you know it. If you want me to be a preacher tonight, I am that cosmic preacher. I am the cosmic preacher tonight. But I'm a different kind of preacher. Hey, Jackie, I'm a different kind of preacher in the UFO community. Yep, yes, indeed. Because I am here to change the way things are. I'm done with all the limitation. I'm done with all the jealousies and all that garbage. I'm here to just bust through things, do things, and let's get it going. Let's get the contact happening. Let's get the relationships growing. Let's get the meditations happening. Let's meet our star family. I'll always tell people on this show we're all equals. No one's less, no one's more, no one's less, no one's more, no one's less, no one's more. Thank you, Half Pint. You guys are doing a good job too, with what you're doing and what you're going through and all the things that you deal with. You keep up. So what you mirror to me, I mirror back to you in a positive way. See? And that's what we're supposed to do, like Half Pint is saying. When we are here to do what we do, my friend Athena, who talked to me tonight, who I had a beautiful conversation with, she's 85 years old. I call her my cosmic mom. She told me a long time ago, Commander, the mantle's being turned over to you. At first I said, no, you're not doing that to me. I'm not going to be the one doing it. But then I didn't understand what she meant. She wasn't giving up her commandership. She's a world-renowned contactee. She knew all the people at George Van Tassel, all the people, Tuella. She knew all the contactees in the 60s. She knew them personally. And I told her tonight, I said, now I understand. I understand what you meant. You said that I'm taking the mantle of what I'm here to do on Earth. And for me, it's been the media. Social media is what I use, and so now I understand. And I am. I don't care. And to be doing what I do, you have to put yourself out there. When you put yourself out there, you're going to get all kinds of people going at you. It's just part of the job, right? And if it's part of the job, you're going to accelerate and you're going to bring out people that are going to bring out the best in themselves. And you're going to get people to react that are going to bring out the worst in themselves. And you're going to be people out there that are just going to be doing what they're doing. We all have a purpose. That's right. I haven't talked this much on my show like this in a while. So let me tell you something. You're getting a treat tonight. It's only going to cost you another $500 per person to get in the studio. I'm just kidding. 500 space coins. Whatever. Thank you, Teresa. And that's part of our mission, right? If we cannot uplift each other, what are we going to do? Going to fall off a mountain? Going to jump off a Empire State Building? What are we going to do? Or 50 pearls? What are we going to do? I can say with complete conviction and with strength that I have no time for silliness or games. I don't. I'm not here to do that. I will make you laugh. I'll uplift you, but I'm going to still bust the matrix in any possible way I can. I will go through every wall that exists because I can. You will go through every wall that exists in the UFO community because you can. And we've had now 3,100 people watch this show. Now, if 3,100 people stayed here, 3,100 people would get a bit of knowledge. 3,100 people stayed in the room since I got on here. They would gain so much knowledge, they wouldn't know what to do with it. Yeah. So we have almost 150,000 likes here tonight. Thank you so much. I'm not going to stay on all night, but I am so amped up I could probably do it. If I stayed on all night, that would be crazy. I'm just not going to do that. But I am that amped up here where I don't care. I feel like I can fly in the sky right now. I don't care where you are, what you are, who you think you are. I feel like I can fly in the sky. Thank you, Half Pint. Thank you. And it's really important to be guiding people now. I have the ability to do it. So I'm going to start doing it. I'm going to help people. I'm always helping people, but on my show, I will take time to speak and teach because I can do it. I love to do the interviews. We're still doing interviews, don't get me wrong, but there are times when I need to speak. There are times when the commander needs to be the commander. To be on that ship, taking the ship to the right place, going to the right planet, going to the right galaxy, going to the right solar system, knowing where you're going. We all have to know where we're going at some point. We're all going to get there, but we don't have to be alone on that journey. You will, Rel. You'll get there. You'll get there, sister. There's no rush. As long as you know you need to get there, you will. So whatever you see on TikTok, if you see negative people on here, ignore them. Block them out of your reality. You don't need that energy. Focus on the people that are uplifting you. If they're not uplifting you, you don't need to be around them. And especially in the UFO community. Good, Rachel. Hey, Terry. And at the same time, we each have to take the mission we're here to do seriously in the UFO community. The mission is to just not only wake up, but to move forward in this movement of disclosure. And disclosure is not movement of governments telling us the truth. Because if you rely on the governments of your planet or on different parts of the planet to tell the truth, they're never going to tell you the truth, right? They're going to tell you all the lies and keep the lies going. They'll just do the lies in different ways. They give you a little bit. They'll just give you a little bit on the hook of that cosmic worm. And so let's just give a little bit of the cosmic worm, and that's it. Once they give you that little cosmic worm, you want more of the worm. And say, why am I not getting any more worm? Why is there no more bait? We gave enough bad. They got enough cosmic truth. We don't have to give them any more stuff. We're just going to make up some stories. You know? So, hey, there you go. Just realize, folks, don't ever let anybody disempower you. If they go negative on you, block them. If you're on TikTok, if they're at a conference, walk away from them. If you meet them in a restaurant, walk away from them. You don't need that. You're not obligated to interact with that. You don't have to. Well, karma is a big deal. Yeah, I know about that. I blocked them. Karma is a big deal. And sure, they're going to be angry because now they can't interact with somebody and get them angry. I don't care about that person. I got to do what I have to do here. Hey, welcome new people. Worldlord, welcome back. Yeah, family isn't always family. Well, biological family, lexicon, you know that. We all have biological families that don't get along with each other. Cousins, relatives, sisters, brothers, mothers, fathers. Adorable something, welcome. We are going to stay on here till 1 a.m. in the morning, folks. I got in here around 10, 12. I'm going straight out into 1 a.m. Yep, 1 a.m. in the morning for the commander. Right here on Encounters. If you're not watching this show, you're missing a good show. I feel, like Ed Sullivan used to say, I can do an Ed Sullivan impression. I am so amped up here. Hey, DIA, good to see you. So would you like to hear my impression of Ed Sullivan? Not that that's important, but I know how to do it. I can do it, folks. Here's my impression of Ed Sullivan. Give me a minute. We're going to have a really big show. Really, really big show. Let me do it again. Welcome to the Ed Sullivan Show. We're going to have a really big show. The Beatles are coming on. The Beach Boys. We're going to have a really big show. There you go. That's my impression of Ed Sullivan. Was it good? Was it all right? I am amped up tonight, folks. Watch out. Yeah, I used to watch Ed Sullivan and all the Beatles, all those groups. And then I think Ed Sullivan used to say, and we're going to have Pepe Le Pew. Pepe Le Pew, I think it was. Really big show. Pepe Le Pew. Something like that. Yes, the commander's amped up here. Yep. And this is how we bust the matrix. This is how we transform the planet. If you're just coming in here, stay here for a while. We're going to be on here till 1. If you're new to the show, relax on a futon, have a cup of apple cider, maybe some coffee. No, maybe have coffee, have something refreshing, and relax. Join us. Thank you, Kit Kat. Hey, Cliff, good to see you, brother. We want to send love out to everybody out there. And we're going to have, as Ed Sullivan says, a really good show. Really, really good show. On the show tonight, we have some space people from the planet Zarkar. And then we're going to have some musical groups from the planet Zokron right here on the Ed Sullivan Show. That's it. I'm done with the Ed Sullivan thing. That's it for tonight on that. All right. I hope you're enjoying the show, because I'm enjoying the show. And if I'm enjoying the show, hopefully you're enjoying the show. And then we're all enjoying the show. There you go. Thank you, Danny. I appreciate you too. Thank you, accidentally. Welcome, everybody. Please follow me. The way you can do that is press the red button on the TikTok so you can follow me. Everyone should follow me. Who's not following me, please follow me. We're at now almost 200,000. We're at 157,000. I have absolutely nothing to do with that. It's all thanks to everybody out here. Thank you, Linda. You know, and I realize with all the craziness in the world, we need to have some levity here and some ability to relax. There's enough stress going on in the world, and part of this show is to bring everybody to a higher level of consciousness and also to be able to bust the matrix. Hey, Black Sunday, welcome to the show. But tomorrow's Saturday. Why is there not a Black Saturday? What? But maybe Sunday there will be a Black Sunday. Who knows? I have no idea. Yeah, joy and love, Landell, that's right. But we are in a position to do greater things. Let me see here. I was going to pull out a book. Am I? I think I am. I'm trying to get the book out here that I want to bring out. This book. No, that's not the one. Hold on a minute. Here's a book that is really kind of interesting. This book is called, you can't see it here. Let me see here. Let me show you the book here for a minute. I'm going to go back on the effects in a minute. This book is called We Are the Arcturians by Dr. Noma J. Milanovic. Okay? Has anyone ever seen this book? This is a great book. We the Arcturians. She was a contactee with the Arcturians. This book came out in, let's see here. The book was published in 1990. This book was published in 1990. We the Arcturians. And, we go back to the spaceship. Here we go. So that book was 1990. If you ever heard of her, she has things about the Arcturians, the first encounter, page 15. And on that page, he says, it is difficult to condense the extraordinary circumstances that have led to the development of this document. Many individuals have asked us how to proceed, how the process began. They have experienced the communication sessions and have been amazed at the information sent through. How did Norma first come into contact with these beings? How does she continue to make contact with them? How do Betty, Cynthia, and Norma know they are communicating with Arcturians in a spacecraft? Why do they believe they are communicating with Arcturians? Can anyone make contact with these beings? Okay. Norma's story, and I'm going to read just a little bit of this briefly from this book. In the early 1980s, I started experiencing an increase in the psychic happenings that began to overwhelm me. I had always known that I had a small gift for seeing into the future and some telepathic abilities. But almost overnight, these phenomena began to take command and of my consciousness. More and more, I began experiencing a mode of existence that earlier had been foreign to me. This is Noma Milanovic from her book. So she said, for example, I often would know what someone was going to say before the words were spoken. Then I began to see and experience things that were taking place thousands of miles away. And she was an assistant professor at the University of New Mexico. So this book goes into her experiences called We the Arcturians. I highly recommend people try to get a copy of it. if you feel connected with the, hey, Excel, good to see you. Yeah. Well said, Lexicon. And if any of the beautiful people here have any stories to tell, if you've been having contact with space people, I love to hear. I'm ready to hear a story or two from people that are actually having contact right now with space people. Is anybody out there right now watching the show? Seriously, is anyone out there who's never been on the show having contact with intergalactic space people? Anybody? You have to be somebody who's never been on before. Someone who's never been interviewed before. Yeah, we have the Arcturians. So if you do want to come up and share your story, go into the queue of the guest option. You have to be over 18, no kids in the show, no smoking in the show, no vaping in the show, no cursing in the show, no paranormal discussion in the show, no religion, no politics, and no trolls. I said that pretty quick. I did pretty good. I said it really quick. Joshua, thank you for the share. We appreciate it, brother. Jenny, welcome. Telly Loya. Let's see who's in here. And we're going to bring up our first guest of the night, Dawn 747. It's coming on Encounters.
Hey, how are you?
We're doing good. How are you doing, Dawn?
I'm fine. Long time no hear.
Yes, it's been a while. Can I bring you on camera?
Pardon me?
Can I put you on the camera?
No, I'm in my pajamas.
Oh, forget that. We're gonna keep that safe.
You
we
are
don't
so
want people
crazy.
in the pajamas. It's we don't want to get into trouble here. So tell us how you doing, and like we're really amped up tonight. Tell us what's going on.
Well, I'm doing really good, and what I was calling about is last time you were supposed to make the spaceship connect over here, and it never happened.
Oh, it never happened?
Right.
How long ago was that? It's been a while.
Yeah, it was a while. It was last year.
Yeah. Well, I was also guided by the command that nothing against helping you with a ship coming over your place, and most likely could do it, but they've been so busy getting the planet prepared for contact. I just felt at the time, I agreed to do that, but I don't control the space people, and that's not an excuse for anything. But I do know it can be done, but I do know right now we're getting very close to a lot of things happening with world events, and as we're all seeing what's going on in Gaza, all these different things with Iran. They're concerned about the well-being of the whole planet, you, me, and everybody. So I've been really trying to keep myself from doing that because I want to just honor what they're doing. And as much as I like, there's so many things I want to do with the spaceship people, the people on the ships, but I've been really hesitant. Even recently, I just said to myself, I can't do this because I want to honor that, and I don't want to mess things up,
Right. So what do they think about the world and what's the dynamics that's going on right now?
Oh God, they are very aware of our planet, what we're doing to each other. You and I are not doing it, but the people that have these powers that are in governments, what they're doing to human beings, babies, children, mothers, fathers, they're very aware of it. And they are going to intercede at some point. When they do, we don't have any knowledge of what that time frame is. And I was talking to a dear friend of mine that doesn't have TikTok, and she said, they are very aware of what's happening on our planet. They have been for years, but everything has a divine timing. So for us, me and you, I'd love to see divine intervention right now to stop all this, but they have a divine plan that we don't control. So I've taken a deep breath back and say, okay, we just have to all be together. We all have to love each other and work together, right? And if we do that and we do our part, we're the ones that have to make our planet kind of in a better state than it is now, Are you there? I think I heard like plates and stuff. Maybe something was going on. Hopefully we'll ring. Hey, Dawn, welcome back.
Okay. Something went wrong with my phone.
Really? That was weird.
Yeah.
So just now I thought you had like a maybe something like a plate or something or food or so what just happened?
Yeah, I went in the kitchen to go stir my food and check on it. And then I came out and then something, the little circle was on my phone and it was talking to me and I never know how to make it work to talk to me. So that was
Really?
kind of
That was
different.
weird.
Yeah, it
Well,
was.
you know, Dawn, you know me long enough on my show, and I try to be logical about it when things like this happen. I have no idea how that happened.
Right.
Nor do you.
No, I don't.
So I'm just gonna acknowledge it and just keep talking to you because yeah, I don't want to start getting into the what happened here.
So let me ask you this then. What do they think about Donald Trump?
I can tell you what they think about our world power structure. They don't agree what's being done on our planet, and that I can tell you. But again, we're the ones who have to, on this planet, make the things change. They want us to take control of our spiritual beingness, and I think we are. The fact that you're here and everyone else is here, I think we are starting to do that. And I don't think any one of us wants to be into a linear time frame of this, all these things that are going on in the world. But we're
Right.
not void of them. You know, we see all the little kids in Gaza and the babies and the mothers who have been destroyed, and
Right.
that hurts my heart as much as everybody else's. And I always ask in my meditations, is there something that can be done now? And you know, I think they have things figured out. Um, Things are playing out in a really weird way now. We have different things happening. Energies, people are conflicting with each other. There's a lot going on right now. So I said earlier on my show, those that are of the light, really of the light, are going to show their light. Those that are of the fake light will have a book cover, and then they'll show that they're not of the light. That also includes people that are in power on all
Mm.
levels of our society.
Wow, you are very knowledgeable. Well, thank you so much, and you have a good night. I'm going to continue to watch you. So if you would be so kind to drop me, I'd greatly appreciate
I will drop you with your pajamas on, totally out of the picture, so you're good.
it. And thank you.
Hey, I thank you,
Bye.
Dawn. It's been a long time, so I appreciate
Yes, it
you, sister. Hold
has.
on.
All
All right,
right.
let me do this here. And see, that's what it is, you know? We are becoming a society. We do have some more people that want to come up here. Wait a minute. Advanced, we'll bring up advanced here. And yes, you are is here too. I want to bring up yes, you are too. I like to do one at a time so I can give people equal treatment here. You're watching Encounters, the amped up commander tonight. And hopefully TikTok's there. Hey, advanced, good evening or good morning.
Good evening.
How you doing?
I'm good. How'd you put the camera on here?
Can you come like let me get my thoughts together here for a minute. Can you bring your volume up?
Hold on.
Hey, brother.
Is that any good? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but you're still not loud enough. I don't know what it is. Is it the phone mic or something?
It might be. Uh, I don't know how else to make it louder.
I'll bring
I'll
my
try and
volume
get
up here. Wait a
closer.
minute. Okay, I can hear you. I have to put my
Can everyone else hear me?
Yeah, I'm putting my headphones in my thing here. I just lost my headphone power, but I can hear you on the speaker here. So,
All
good
right, cool.
evening.
All right. We spoke a couple of years ago, and I told you about something that happened when I was 8 years old
Yeah.
with my mum, and when she got taken up onto the ship, and I followed her, and I was on the outside of the ship, and I asked her about it. Over time, but she doesn't remember it anymore. But there's a couple of other things I was going to say, like through a couple of years ago, through the lockdown period, we had over here in England, we had lots of drones, like and I thought there were government drones, like uh, that map the fields. I don't know if you have that out there. So you'd see them out in the countryside. There'd be lots of different ones, and they'd be mapping. It just looks like they're going over areas, mapping the land.
Yeah.
And then through lockdown, they started moving in closer to the houses, like into the into the residential areas. So one time I was working away from where I live, and a few hours, and the half point was my boy's house, and I had got a good relationship with his mother and stuff, so they
Yeah.
allowed me to stay there while I was in between going to work. And that night, I used to wake up because I was filming these at the time,
Mm.
but because I can feel them coming before before you hear them and see them. I feel the frequency, and it wakes
Yeah.
me
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
So through lockdown, I was filming a lot of them, but with the mobile I had then, when you try and film in the sky, you can see something, but on the mobile you can't. It doesn't come up, so
Yeah.
the videos were no good. But anyway, so that night I was asleep, and I felt the drone come. So I woke up and I looked out the window, and there was two of them. There was one over some houses a little bit further away, and there was another one coming nearer the house where I was. So anyway, and I'm just thinking, oh well, they're coming over the houses mapping anyway. So I started falling asleep
Mm-hmm.
again, even though you could hear it, and I started falling asleep because it was early. And then I suddenly had this dream, and I could hear a woman screaming.
Hmm.
I could just hear a woman screaming. So, and I kind of woke up, but I woke up. There was like a level. There was like different levels, and I woke up. I sat up, and I woke up through these different levels,
Oh wow.
and I could see a woman getting dragged up the road by two people, right? And these people looked they looked identical to each other, right?
Yeah.
They had blue jeans on, they had a white short sleeve shirt, and
Mm-hmm.
they had quite big heads,
Oh wow.
right? And she was screaming and struggling and trying to get away,
Mm-hmm.
and automatic and this reminded me well, I say what's similar to it is a
Mm-hmm.
couple of weeks ago you had a guy on here talking about the mantis. Do you remember? I can't remember his name, but remember when he said he pushed the mantis away. So automatically, I straight away, like lightning, went over to these two, and I attacked them. Right,
Yeah.
it was like lightning speed. I attacked their
Yeah.
arm. They were massive when I got there. I attacked their arms, and they let her go. And I turned round, and I kicked her. I literally I kicked her back into wherever she was. This was like a road it was on. It was like there was a road outside the house. It was like that road, but it wasn't the same road. It was
Mm-hmm.
another road that went up.
Mm.
And yeah, I kicked her back, and then I can't remember really what happened. I came back to my body or whatever, right? But it was really intense, right? So when I got there and I was fighting them,
Yeah.
they were reptilian. They were close
Reptilian.
reptilian,
Okay.
right? So it I mean, I'm saying this quite easily, but it was really scary, and
Yeah.
I was totally freaked out. So I'm lying there awake. I couldn't go back to sleep, and I had to go
Mm-hmm.
to work early and stuff. Anyway, I went to work. I didn't sleep after that. I went to work, and then about mid morning, I kind of called my ex partner to
Yeah.
say, is everything all right? My boy get to school and
Mm-hmm.
everything, and she said, "Oh yeah, but oh, I don't normally say this, but something really terrible happened in the night.
Oh
I had this
wow.
really, really bad dream, and I was getting dragged up the road
Yeah.
by I was getting abducted." So I didn't tell her. She's not like this in any way. So I
Yeah.
still to this day I haven't even told her what happened.
Yeah.
But when things like that happen, it's like that's a real thing, isn't it? It's something
It
that's
is.
happened real. So I I couldn't work it out with these drones because I didn't think they were. Um, I don't know what they were. I don't know if they were government drones. I don't know if the frequency that because obviously if they're being, they've got a mapping program, they've got to have a
Mhm.
massive um, Wi-Fi or frequency around them to
Yeah.
control them. I don't know if there's something in that frequency that opened up a bandwidth that allows allows a like a jump through. I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
how. Do you know what I
Well, you know
mean?
what you said, my friend, is earlier about the woman. What you did is actually a reality where they were actually reptilians. You actually saved that woman, and when you went out of your body, you went into another state of consciousness where you were able to do that. It's like it's almost like Clark Kent, and it's almost like Superman and whatever, the guy who has the glasses. You're like, you became that Superman, and for my analogy, you went over right to the where the woman was. You got rid of the reptilians and got her back into a safe place. In the essence of your story, as I listened to it, and that's pretty amazing.
It's honestly, I've done it. It's happened before, not exactly the same like that, but
Yeah.
things like that I've happened before. But also with this, right? So at the time as well, there's not many people. Your show's brilliant because it gives us, it gives a body for people like myself and everyone else who have experiences to come on and talk about, which you can't talk about to most people, or because there's so many people still are totally terrified when you say anything like this,
Oh yeah,
for different
traumatized by
reasons.
it. Yeah, absolutely
So,
correct.
but at the time, I spoke to a few friends who I could speak to, and one of the people is another lady, and she's quite spiritual, and she said the same thing happened, or similar thing happened to her at the same, like it's all around the same area. It's all in lockdown. It's about 2021 over here, and she said that she was asleep and she heard um, people like outside her, sort of outside her door,
Hmm.
or a house, and
Yeah.
she thought they were going to burglars or someone snooping around the house.
Hmm.
So she said she walked down the stairs. Obviously, she's in dream, but she didn't know she was in dream because it's so
Hmm.
real.
Yeah.
So she walked down the stairs and she said that she looked out, she could hear him outside her kitchen window. So she went in the
Right.
kitchen and she went to look out the window to see who it was. And they said, there she is, let's get her. And she said, in that moment, she went horizontal and
Oh my God.
tried to go through the window, like as whatever,
Yeah.
it was like a beam or something. And she was trying, and she fought it off. And she managed to get free and
Oh,
they
good.
left. So, and I was like, wow. And then I spoke to another lady,
Yeah.
another friend, and she said a similar thing happened to her as well. And this was all around the same time. So, like I say, I don't know if these drones were actually, I don't know what they were. I
Yeah.
don't,
It could be, as we discuss it. They could be, if the drone was, let's say, trying to take the woman out of the vehicle, a beam. It could have been an extraterrestrial intelligence that was trying to abduct her and take her to some ship or something to do whatever they do. That's one theory from my perspective. So
it's
that could be too.
it's like the consciousness now.
Yeah,
So
consciousness.
it's like it's taking your yeah, it's taking your body in consciousness state. So it's not the physical body. You
Right.
understand? So it's really it's really funny. I can't explain it.
You know,
And there was another time.
and again, it's
Sorry.
beyond our human comprehension. So when you mentioned she was fighting the beam thing, and
Mm.
she won the battle, so to speak. I think of a negative ET group trying to take somebody just like they do with other people, and they didn't succeed this time because you stopped it. You helped stop it.
Mm. Like if this was happening to that's two people that I knew that I spoke to that had similar things. There must have been other people nearer the
Yeah.
time that had lots of these as well. But
Hmm.
I personally think a lot of this goes on and people don't wake up and people don't realize that it's happened to them.
Yeah. They have no idea. They're like oblivious to it. Some people like to say, "Oh, I felt like," they might have a little inkling. "Oh, I felt like I went somewhere, but I don't remember, Commander, the whole story." Usually, that means that they've been, what's the word for it? Missing time, or their mind was blanked
Yeah.
out on purpose, so they couldn't see anything, right? And we have historically many stories. People from Bob Hopkins, who's not alive anymore, he's a hypnotist, who helped people that were abducted or taken, and that was Dr. John Mack of Harvard University. He wrote books about the people. He had group sessions with people that had different kinds of stories, similar to this, but in a group session area. There's not anybody like that anymore.
Mm.
Yeah.
And like, so around this time, that time period, the last things are quite quiet for me now. I'm I've got a lot of protection around me, so a lot of stuff doesn't happen anymore,
Yeah.
because you get good things and bad things happen, and it can be scary, you know, it can be really scary. And if you get in that scared mode,
Yeah.
it kind of blocks it out anyway. But there was another time, because I wanted to say about if we got a minute,
Yeah.
about implants.
Yeah.
So there was another time when I was coming, because I used to well, I still do astral travel quite a lot.
Okay.
And one time when I came back, just as I was coming back to my body, I got punched in. I called it a neo.
Oh.
I got punched in my stomach. It was a really hard punch. It was literally just as I got back to my body. And as soon as I woke up, I put my hand on my belly, and as soon as I did, this thing, it moved up. It moved up
Wow.
under my rib cage,
Yeah.
and I was like, "This can't be real." So, and I could really feel it. I felt it moving. It was painful. It was really painful, and it didn't go away. It didn't go away, and so I went to see a I've got a Reiki lady friend, and I
Yeah.
went to see her. And she can see energy, and as soon as I walked in the room, she said, "What is that?" Because she can see. So I told her what happened, and she took the energy out of it, you know, so I couldn't feel it, because she's really good at doing that. Because again,
Yeah.
it's the same thing. It's your light body, it's your conscious body, unconscious light body
Yeah.
that these things happen to. So, and when you travel as well.
Hmm.
So, and I thought it'd gone. I thought it had gone, and then it was about a year later. I didn't feel it. I didn't think about it anymore. About a year later, I had I started when I was astral traveling. I started going on ships, and a couple of times I went on I think it was almost like a one man. It was like a one man ship that I would
Hmm.
just literally, I'd fall asleep and I'd jump into it, and it
Hmm.
would just take off. I wouldn't. It would just automatically take off, and I'd go somewhere. And we went up to this big station, and when we got there, when I got there, I was coming in. There was people welcoming me as it was as we were coming in,
Yeah.
and we went around. There was different rooms, and they were showing me around. I can't remember everything that happened, but I
Yeah.
remember this bit. So near the end, a guy, like, and we didn't talk, or there was talking, but I couldn't hear what they were saying.
Yeah.
You understand? So he said, "Come," and he took me into this room and put this screen up. And I looked on this screen. Oh, I, I looked on this screen, and we pointed at my thing, and um, on this screen you could see this bug in me, and
Hmm.
it was almost like a laser game.
Yeah.
It was almost it was like a video game almost.
Hmm.
And he went around with a joystick and traced it round, and this thing was moving round, and they zapped it with a laser.
Yeah.
And then I went to a bathroom,
Hmm.
and this is a bit gross, but I went to the toilet, and this bug came out of me,
You know
and
what that is? When
it
you
was
tell
the
that
bug
story?
that was I
Yeah.
was thinged a year before.
So there are what they call living implants in people that are put into people by negative ETs, and I've watched documentaries on this, so I can speak on this. And
Okay.
those bugs, when you try to get rid of the implant of that bug, I've seen stories about it. Dr. Lear, I don't know if he's still alive anymore, and there was this other person I met that was former CIA about 15 years ago, maybe longer. They were speaking at a lecture at a UFO conference. I sat down with them. They had a briefcase of implants they took out of people, these doctors, and they talked about the ones that were the hardest are the ones that were going in people. These are like metallic implants. They move around. They I guess they do things, and then when they can take them out, they take them out. They can basically stop it. But Dr. Lear, if you read anything about Dr. Lear and this other person, I can't remember the person's name. They would do implant removals. He one who was the head of the was with the CIA, and the CIA had a department dealing with this, and these were the people that were involved in it.
I called it. I said to friends, I called it Neo because you know, in the film The Matrix, it was very similar to that. That's what I called it. But it was real. It's a real thing, you know.
Yeah.
So
No, it
yeah,
is a real
it's
thing.
something I've been wanting to say for a while because you know
You're not
that's
alone.
obviously that's the more,
Yeah.
you know, darker side of everything that can happen. You
But
know, I didn't want to lower the mood as such because we was on such a good vibe earlier.
yeah, and it's still a good vibe. It's just the truth that that is part of the world
Yeah,
experience for people, that there are people that have had these living things in them that were put in there by negative vibrational ETs. But the fact is, there are people who've had these implants. Some of them have said they've disappeared, or they've, you know, somehow were able to get help to get rid of them. It's a really very thing. It does exist still, not as bad as it was, but there are probably still people on our planet that are, you know, with billions of inhabitants on Earth. There's got to be some people that are having that experience, and then the other people that are having positive experiences too. So it's looks. So which one's more, which one's having more of the experience, the negative one or the positive one? I would say the negative ones are going down, even though they're still
yeah,
happening. But the positive ones are going up. So it's now a
yeah,
seesaw that's soaring up for the good ones, bad ones going down.
yeah. We'll go with that. That's cool.
Yeah. All right, Advanced man, you're always a pleasure, bro. It's good to have you up here. You know, this is what we're here to
Yeah,
do.
thanks
Is
for having me on.
you know, it's daytime over where you are, right? Is it
It's
daytime?
uh, it's 5:45 in the morning at the moment. I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning.
Oh, well, I keep have to remember that where you are, it's getting lighter. Where we are, it's dark. So
Right, yeah,
and it's like 12:44 a.m. Hey, everyone, I want to thank Advance. I appreciate
yeah.
you
Thanks
and your
everybody.
stories. And
Sorry if there's any questions. It's hard to
I'm,
sometimes when you're talking and thinking, you can't look at everything that people are reading or
yeah,
writing
howdy from
even.
Arizona. All right, I appreciate it, man. Have a beautiful weekend over there.
Thanks, and you.
All right, we're gonna bring him down. Let's do this here. And we are here till 1 a.m. I've been on here since 12 minutes after 10. And if you have a story you want to share, 6 hours ahead in England, right? So we'll do like one more interview, I think. And I'm getting ready for a beautiful weekend. I hope you are too. We have Father's Day coming up, and that's a good deal. To all the cosmic fathers out there, happy Father's Day coming up. Let's see here. Hey, well, it's going to be recorded, so you're good, brother. If anyone has never been up here before and has a story to tell about contact with the space people, your star family, I'd like to hear it. Let's see here. And so we do love to hear your stories. I think one of the most beautiful things I enjoy, besides speaking about all this subject matter, is hearing the stories. And oh God, I can't believe it. We're at 175,000 likes, 0.500, and it looks like we've had since 10, 12, or 10, whatever. We've had 3,800 people watch the show here, whether it's 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever. So thank you, soul friend. Welcome. Yeah, nobody. Let's not bring the vibes down here, Yaz. And I think it's Yaz. Yeah, yeah, that doesn't happen here. My response to that calmly is, no one's being conned here at all. And that's what I was talking about earlier. You know, what I was talking about earlier is when people reveal their true energy. If you are truly an unconditional loving person, I talked about this earlier, so you'll be loved. If you're not truly unconditional loving, you'll not be loving. You're going to show who you are. If you know the truth, you're going to know the truth. You're going to see the truth. You're going to hear the truth. If you are who you are going to be, that will be revealed in a person's energy. So this planet doesn't have time for all this stuff going on. We need to deal with the bigger picture, what's going to happen to the planet, and that's way more important. You know. So this is where Yaz, and I think it's Yaz. The beautiful thing is, man, you need to just be empowered in your own truth. You know, and we are all vulnerable to different things, but we also can be empowered, be in control of our own spirit. And I've always, one of the things I believe in is that I control my own spirit. That's good that you're empowered. But if other people are vulnerable to going into a club and saying, let's go to the dance club here, this is really good, but it's not really good. This is where it's good that you're able to be. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Hey, Roxy Diamond, good to see you. So it's a good place to be. This is where people don't have to be vulnerable. They can be vulnerable in a positive way, but they don't have to be vulnerable in a like, oh, now I'm going to be, whatever. But it's all good. It's all good. And the beautiful part here, and I know you know this, is that it's all about love. The whole essence is what we're to be is love, to embrace each other, and that's what we do here. Marinette, good to see you. Better later than never. It's almost 1 in the morning. I said I'm staying here until 1 o'clock since 10:13 or 10:20 or whatever. I don't even remember anymore. Peace, love, and light. As always, Marinette, that's the theme. You've always been good with that theme. Absolutely. Jason Hendricks, welcome. So as we wind down, I'd love to hear a story or two, maybe one. Hey, Bella, Teresa, who here has had any kind of contact? Who's never been on the show? If you want to talk about your story, this is the time to come out of the closet. Hey, Bella, good to see you. Welcome. So we have 197 people out here. And when I do the math in my consciousness, I say, well, 197 people on here, someone must be having contact. Anybody here, any visitations, contact? I'll bring you up. We'll have a little positive thing here. My friend Roxy, come on up. Now, on Roxy's question, I'm going to be answering it. That's good. That's a good thing to do. Yes, that's the most beautiful thing you can do. Absolutely, I'm with you there. So I'm looking at tomorrow on the planet Earth is this thing. Hey, Roxy, how you doing?
Oh, doing good. How are you?
We're doing good. I know all of our consciousnesses are on what's happening tomorrow, but because we're in the cosmic state here, I know you are, I am, and the rest of the group, we'll look at it from a different perspective on the question. So I think on Earth energies, people are starting to, my perspective is people are rising up against what they see as being on the Earth level. They're waking up to the reality that they've been oppressed all over the planet, which is a reality. On the cosmic level, we are waking up to the fact that something greater is going to be happening, not just for tomorrow, but for the future of our planet.
Well, I was more of like curious whether you think that with what's going to happen across the nation tomorrow, and everybody who watches the news and goes through TikToks, obviously it's people are knowing what's going to happen tomorrow. Is if you think that there's going to be quite a few sightings tomorrow because of all the unrest happening.
I never thought of it that way. That's a brilliant question. I don't know. I think, to be honest, time will tell. I think that the space people are not just observing what's going to happen tomorrow on our planet. And I think now there's also a large group I'm watching on TikTok that are getting ready to go from Egypt into Gaza. I saw the videos here on TikTok. I didn't see it on the national news here in the United States, but there's another energy there. These people are coming to try to bring peace. So in a sense, they're like light workers, whether they realize it or not, from all different countries. I don't know if you've seen the video clips on TikTok, but that is the most beautiful. It's going to be a little bit dangerous. That's the most beautiful thing. The world is now waking up. That we are tired of living in a world of bombs being blown up on little kids, of wars everywhere, of corrupt politicians on Earth. I think we're coming into a very big switch and a change.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you feel that as well?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, each and every day, it just seems like that's just becoming stronger and stronger and very well known.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's a good question. It's people tonight were asking certain things. I'm very concerned with the planet as a light worker. I look at things. I say this has got to stop. But we don't. We can only create a better planet. The one thing I've always stated, and especially now, the space people are not going to come down and stop the wars. I mean, in some way, they will prevent our Earth from destroying itself. But we here, you, me, and everybody else here, we are the ones who have to manifest that transformation. We have to manifest that peace,
Well,
right?
I
Or
just
who's
have
going
a
to do it?
feeling that I have been a strong intuition feeling that maybe that they're going to be whoever it may be causing some kind of disturbance down here to maybe possibly cause a distraction.
Yeah, you know what? And that is a very high possibility too. The more distractions from what's really happening, then the Earth-based powers can try to do their thing. They always try to do their thing with a distraction from the cosmic. They don't want people to realize the cosmic. Let's create conflict. Let's have tanks in Washington D.C. and what's going on with that? So all these things are distractions from something more pure and more honest in our discussion. Is that there are a lot of distractions, and unfortunately, that's to be done so people don't pay attention to what's happening up in the skies above them and even in the oceans below them. Let's have a distraction. Let's get people's minds confused about everything. That's what they do.
Yeah.
They've always done that.
Yeah, Stargazer, it's going to be a nationwide protest tomorrow. The answer to your question.
Yeah. And there's three different components. There's the No Kings, I think it's called the No King thing, where people are marching the street against power structure.
Yeah.
There's two other different things. I don't know what they are, but there's three different big things happening in our country tomorrow. And now all over the world, I'm sure there's other things happening, which are
Oh
happening.
yeah.
Yeah, there's worldwide things happening. Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely. I mean, we never know what's going to happen, and then obviously, uh, it's definitely if something's going on down here, there's definitely going to be something going on more different and more special cosmically for
Hmm.
sure.
Yeah. And I truly believe that the governments of the world will try to have conflict on Earth so people on Earth don't see the bigger picture, which is that there are in our skies above us cloaked spaceships right now that will know the right time to make their presentation known. That's
Oh
why I
yeah.
think, like in Colombia, these metallic drones, not drones, these metallic objects that have hieroglyphics on them. They found the third one that came through the other day. I showed it on my show here. I think they're sending monitoring devices down to see what we're doing right now. It's getting close.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm glad you brought me up. I will get off here so that way somebody can have enough time to tell a story or
Yeah,
their experience. But yeah, definitely thanks for having me up, and I'll just bring me down. And thanks for chatting.
always, brother. Good to see you. And we're gonna let
You
Roxy
too.
down. Always interesting and always good questions. We'll do like maybe one more short interview. Anybody out there who has had any contact with space people that's never been on the show? Good morning, Lisa. Then after we're going to go to sleep, enjoy the weekend. If it doesn't rain tomorrow, I might water some plants. Brandon, hey, happy Friday, everybody. Hey, Jared. As you can tell, this man is getting a little bit tired. So it's 1 a.m. in the morning. So I want to thank everybody for being here. I think it's time for me to go to sleep. Jared, thanks for the roses. I love you all. You're great. Hey, Axilla, good to see you. Happy Friday the 13th. Almost Saturday morning. And it actually is Saturday morning. So happy Friday the 14th. I hope you enjoyed the show, everybody. I love you all. You all have a good weekend. And we'll see you tomorrow at some point here on planet Earth. Take care.